Okay, 1816, good luck. We've not played before, we have no head-to-head score. 320 against my opponent, 130 in Blitz, a relatively new account. Just go D4. Just develop, so it's going more London style rather than Retty style now. You can leave it there, you can drop back, you can take, all options are kind of playable. I'll drop back and see if he opens a file for me. Okay, he comes up. So bishop up is a normal move, but you've just got to be prepared for the pawn pushing on. Right now it's fine, but bishop up, knight up, castle. Yeah, I'm just going to play it. I just got to be prepared to spend a move dropping back or something if I need to do that. And now I'm just debating whether to put the knight here and prepare a push. I'm going to go here. I've still got the option to drop back if I need to. I could play knight up as well and then knight across. So we've got options. Bishop here is a move as well. I guess he just comes up. Knight up's a little bit more committal. So here, take, 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 take. Yeah, I'm going to play e4. Might not get another chance to. I've still got c3 to try and solidify, but it's a bit risky this opening things up. But there's a very simple basic threat there if he just ignores it. Otherwise we're liable just to trade here. Again, he's got knight across, you know, just the natural knight development move. What he's gone for. So I'm looking at this just to go here again. Is the Greek gift on? Take, take, check. If the king back, the queen's in really quickly. But you do have knight across, so it's probably not on. Takes, takes, check, back, up, knight across. Doesn't quite work, I don't think, does it? But does it? I can't spend all my time figuring it out, though. Check, king back. Is there a move like bishop up first? Then you just attack, don't you, I guess? Here, knight up, back. I don't think it works. So I'm just going to play c3 and just drop back. I don't think it's on. See, I'd be very happy if he took and opened the file for me. He doesn't, so I'll drop back. But now we've got a potential issue, so I'm going to probably have to castle. Knight up might be a move, though. Could be. Bishop up could be a move. Castles, takes, takes, down. I'm looking at this now. So where does his knight end up? Yeah, I'm going to do that actually. I think it's a safe move. I can still castle. I can drop the bishop back if I get into trouble, but we're threatening to capture the knight. But I can still castle now. But obviously we're threatening to simply take and open the defenses a little bit. So he has played knight out wide. Okay, now I'm just going to castle. I can always drop back again if I need to. Knight up could be a move to attack the knight. Just got to be a little bit careful, but I'm fine coming back here, takes, takes. I think that structure's fine. So he's played knight forward. I don't see what that actually threatens. I mean, obviously I can come back here now. So again, is the Greek gift on now? Takes, takes, knight check back, and I can't actually come up because of the knight. Doesn't seem to be. I'm going to come across. I don't think this sack works. It might do, but I don't think it does. So he's just solidifying. He might be preparing to really launch one, so I'm just going to drop the bishop back. We've got the option to trade if we need to. So trade up, bishop takes, king across, and we're potentially getting in or trapping a bishop. Although right now, actually, I've got my knight defending, yeah. Knight defends, so take, take, queen up. A move like this, I guess. But knight up could be a nice move here. That bishop having gone there. Yeah, I like the look of that. Now I'm actually hitting the knight as well as the bishop. So it's easy to just miss that and drop your bishop back and lose your knight. I mean, you might have a counter punch, but actually you might do with f6. You might be fine. Bishop back takes f6. And it might just be that I've won a pawn rather than a piece, but we'd be able to sack somehow. Let's just see what black does. Okay, the knight's gone back. So now we have the option to take, but we still have the option to develop and go for an attack. And then if you block, then we can sack, I think. I like the look of this now. I'm going to play queen up now, just creating the most basic, obvious, simple threat. He's gone back, but again, can I simply go back here now and encourage g5? Or is knight back a move? Knight takes, check, here, check, up. And I might not actually have anything. So I'm looking at this bishop up. g5, I'm very happy to waste a few moves and come back. I'm going to play it. If he does this and I come back, I've wasted a few moves. I've opened the king's defenses a bit, so I'm very happy to waste some time there. If he takes, I can simply take back. If the knight moves, I'm getting in. It's not necessarily a winning attack, but it feels dangerous. And obviously at some point I want to get this other rook into the center of the board. So he has indeed launched it, so that feels like it should be good for me. I'm just going to simply drop back. So now I'm looking at whether I can sack here. Takes, takes, check, across, check, back, takes. I think this might actually be on. Let's try and work this out. Gain a pawn, lose a bishop. I could simply come in with check or check. Actually, not there, here. So take, if you ignore it, I can check and guard my knight and I can take back. Although here, yeah, so that's fine. So take, if you take, check here, check, back. Take my piece back with check. You can probably run, but I think I've gained a pawn. I'm going to go for it. If it's bad, it's bad. If I'm blundering, but I think it's a pawn. And a pawn's a pawn at the end of the day. We're going to get a check. We're going to hit another pawn. It feels all right. It doesn't mean it is, but it feels like it is. If he takes here, like I say, I think I come in with a check. There's no actual checkmate attack, but I'm safe to take back, get my piece back, and hope I haven't blundered everything. There'll be a big attack on the pawn as well. But I don't go right here because the knight covers, so here is the idea. Let's just see what black does, but I don't think he saw that move coming. Yeah, he's taken, so I think I just come in with a check. Now if you go here, I could actually take here, couldn't I? And I'm threatening a very nasty discovery. Here threatens knight with a discovery, and what would be the case? Probably a mate somehow. I don't see it right now. Here, if you come back, I just take. Here, queen back, I take with the knight. So here, queen down. That might be the move. Queen down might be the mistake. Here, queen down. If I take with check, you take. I can still take back. It's probably dangerous actually for black. It's probably a good move here, but you've got queen down. If I take, you still can't easily guard your knight though, can you? I really want to take the knight to create the threat. Here, check, takes to open the file. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to take the knight. I think that's his move. Oh, he's just sacked. Okay. Well, I'll get my piece then. If he goes here, I simply trade and then I can get my knight back out. So he did find it, but I'm fine here, I think. Yeah, just collect the pawn, drop back. So I think I've, you know, by luck or whatever, I've found a good line here, I think. So I'm up a piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. I'm up a knight and a pawn, so it should be a win now. Drop the knight back, solidify, get the other rook into play. Clamp down on the center if we can. Okay, so he's gone there. So here, His rook's not quite trapped. I assume I want to move like this, but I've got knight here as well. Yeah, I'm going to threaten to come in. I'm up material, so any material I can get off the board in theory should be good for me. Should be very good. If I get my opponent's piece off the board, it lowers the risk of them swindling me. So, knight across or rook across. I quite like rook up to double my rook across. I've always got this. I don't know, knight here. Hit the bishop. If he drops back, I get a check. He could go here, but he's really bogged down. So now I'll just simply come up and threaten to take with a check. Activate here. Just be a little bit careful that I don't blunder my bishop. But we're threatening to take the pawn back with a check here now. If he pushes, I could simply check and collect with a rook as well, and then the knight covers these squares. I've just got to be quick enough for the clock. I'm 2 minutes down, but I think I've used my time wisely enough. Okay, so he's gone back. So I'm going to collect the pawn. So it's now 6 against 4 pawns, and we're a knight up. And now I'm going to try and bring the other rook across. Then eventually, sooner or later, use these as well. Does it matter where the rook goes? Maybe, maybe. I'm going to go here for now with an idea just to simply lift the rook up and across. It feels strong to me. If I'd have gone here, of course, I could move the king and try and get forward somehow, but just trying to go for simple, basic ideas. So up, takes, check. Forward, check, bishop blocks. It should be good for me, it should be. I could go safety first and drop back, or I could even just take. Yeah, I'm just going to go here. I still guard the knight. I can just simply take and take, or I could go with the pawn. Probably the rook. I've just got to figure out if there's some sort of actual mate threat here, or if he's fine to block. And of course, I've still got 3 minutes on the clock, so it should be enough. But worst case here, I can just simply take back, and I'm nice and solid. And we're threatening to get a rook off the board. But again, I've got to be able to play it quick enough for the 3 minutes. Okay, so is there an actual checkmate here? So if I go here, if you block, I simply take, so you're not going to block. So here, you've got 3 squares for your king. With any of them, I can throw a check in, and you can block with the bishop. And I don't see a forced finish. I'm actually going to go with a pawn to keep the knight in the middle and create the threat there. Just try to be careful not to drop the bishop for free, and it kind of, you know, maybe lets him in a little bit. Still got to pay attention here, but I'm threatening check and check. So he's gone across to hit my bishop, so I thought I could go here there. So I'm just going to do that, hit the rook. I can still drop back, still threatening a check. There. I'm just going to simply push up. I don't think I've got a forced checkmate, that's why I'm not rushing this, but okay, now I'm going to go for it. Check and check. I think I'm just about there now. Oh, the worst case, simplifying it greatly. Yeah, we get the win. That's a very, very good win. That was a pretty good game. So we're putting that through the engine. So we've done 36 moves, so we'll just see what it says that we did. So blunders from both of us here, so it might mean that there was actually a forced mate somewhere near the end there. I'm not sure. It's saying like b3 was a mistake. Where's that? So, oh yeah, so I just play the rook straight in. It's actually just a simple forced checkmate. The engine's saying I just didn't see it was a definite calculated force mate, which is why I just went solid there, but it's still, in engine speak, counts as a blunder, but I'm not the slightest bit bothered about that. I'm just trying to win the game. So I should have played the check straight away. Bishop does block. And you can just take your time and play through the nice engine line, so that's what the force mate was. But obviously I didn't calculate all that out correctly. But overall, still very good, 94% versus 87%. I say that blunder, okay, technically it's a blunder, but I'm not bothered about that. My other one was taking with the pawn. It's the same thing, it's just the same concept. So I've just had a quicker way to win the game with the same force mate. That's all my blunders were, so I don't mind that one little bit. So pretty decent game, not bad.